When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, May 23rd. Makes it Memorial Day weekend. What is going on?
Good morning, fellas.
The official kickoff the summer. This is the first day of summer. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, make sure your heaters are still working because I think we need them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Brisk.
Not a good way to start the summer golfing schedule off.
Well, I think Anthony's going to wear a parka on the jet ski in Erie this weekend, so that would be an interesting look as well. You might as well leave him at home, Anth.
Yeah, I'm not taking them. Definitely not taking them. That water's going to be cold. So, like, man.
But yeah, it is the official kickoff the summer. Very exciting. Yeah, usually we got some better weather, but hey, you know what? It'll get better. There you go.
I thought we were through it, but I don't think it's going to rain this weekend, which is a very positive thought. I think the rain has just moved past us this morning, so that is the positive for this weekend.
And the positive is the housing market is definitely popping. We're hearing from Fannie Mae and Freddie that this next year is going to be better than this year. They expect rates to start trickling down, but for the moment, guys, we're in a high interest rate market, and that's the topic today, because when you're in a high interest rate market, things change. And you can look at it as a negative, or you can look at it as a land of opportunity. And as we look at it, it can turn into a land of opportunity if you're smart, if you know what you're doing. And we're going to show you some tips and tricks today.
Yeah. We got to make sure the market still moves, even though the rates are high. We are still seeing it move, though, from our end, and people are still trying to buy homes and get into homes. If you're sitting on the fence, I think now's go time, and you need to start thinking about jumping into this market and seeing what you can get.
Yeah, because frankly, Anth, when rates try to start trickling up, what does a normal person do? Head to the sidelines, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we've had clients sitting on the sidelines for the past 2 years waiting for rates to drop, and they've only gone up, but ultimately we're seeing more price cuts as well. I mean, 37% I was reading this morning of homes that are listed are taking price cuts. There's definitely other options that we can do to help the client. Those price cuts are very it's a small amount that's actually moving the needle for a price cut. So there's definitely other options available.
Well, and that's what we're talking about here. That it all is into the same market, guys. Rates go up, buyers drop off, houses sit a little bit, sellers panic. So that turns into price cuts. Or instead of a price cut, you could ask for seller assistance. And then when you get the seller assistance, you can either drop your rate, you can lower your closing costs, you can do whatever's best for your scenario. But it all starts with the buyer's agent, the buyer, and the loan officer knowing what's best for the buyer, what they can ask for, and go get it. If there isn't any other offers, I know the most common number one thing to do, guys, is ask for a lower price. But when interest rates are where they are, it could be very nearsighted. It really could be. It may behoove you to pay a little bit more for that property to get some more assistance from the seller to get the lower interest rate. Because believe it or not, if you can get down to a much lower rate by buying your rate down, your payment's going to drop more than if you lower the purchase price.
Yes, it's all about the affordability. Like Anthony says, it's your monthly affordability. You only bring in so much money a month as a human. Maybe you have a significant other and they bring in an amount of money too, but there's still only a certain amount of that pie that's coming into your house every month. So you need to figure out how you're going to divvy that out and what's going to be the most affordable to get that payment down. even seller's assist can help by paying other debts as well. To maybe you only have $5,000 left on a car. We could use seller's assist. We could, you have $5,000 extra in seller's assist. Pay off that car that's $450 a month, and now you're actually saving money instead of getting, $25 off your monthly payment because you lowered the purchase price. That just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense, and it's so stupid.
But Tom, it sounds so cool to tell someone that you got the house for under asking. It really sounds cool.
I think you sound cheap. I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem, man. The numbers don't lie. When you're looking at the difference of purchase price and then you're looking at the difference of what you could get with interest rate, it's like, well, hey, if you keep the sales price the same as the list price, just ask for assistance so you can use it otherwise, it actually lowers your payment. But folks don't want to hear that. They insist they want the lower purchase price.
Well, yeah, and we hear that from all angles. I mean, a lot of people just don't understand the numbers themselves, though, and how they break down. I mean, for $5,000, you're only saving $36, $37 a month, at a price reduction. But what that $5,000 can do for you, it could, permanently buy down that rate to a much lower rate. So you're saving on interest long-term and short-term. You could do a 2-1 buy down, which is going to save you 2% on the first year, 1% the second, which is even more money. I mean, there's so many other options that, only one of us can actually provide those options, and there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but there's only one chef, and that's why it's so important to actually work with a solid team that is actually going to go through options with you, because that's not always the best case as far as a price reduction.
Absolutely. And even if you're a listing agent, if you don't work with a lot of buyers, if you're sitting there with a listing and the buyer's set or the seller's set on a specific price, we get that. We understand that, but it might behoove you to offer a 2-1 buy down. Imagine if rates today are 7% and you can advertise 5% for the first year, 6% for the second year. It doesn't go back to 7 until the third year. That's something that you can advertise by offering a little bit of seller assistance, about 2.25%. And you can be different than any other listing out there because buyers can get a much better interest rate on that house. That is worth advertising. That is something buyers will buy one house over another house over. That is legitimate information in a high interest rate market. When rates were 2 or 3%, no one gave a crap about 2-1 buy downs. When they're 7, everyone is asking about it.
Yeah, it's a popular product, and we want to help you use it and get you the best deal possible.
So yeah, this weekend, whether you're working with buyers, whether you're working with sellers, if you're having trouble with affordability, if you're having trouble putting an idea together of how to market your listing. Now, you guys can't market interest rates as an agent. So if you want to advertise a 2-1 buy down, give us a call. We'll advertise with you. You got the agent on your side. Check mark. You're good for compliance. Loan officer license 1, 2, 3. I see them. So we're good. But don't get yourself in the jackpot of trying to do too much and talking about things you're not allowed to talk about. So we're here for you. We want to help. We want everyone to have a great Memorial Day weekend. And enjoy yourself, fellas.
You too, guys.
Good luck to all the kids playing softball, baseball. And if you're one that likes to golf, good luck on your golf game.
See you, fellas.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony, oh, they